All right, it's Chris here again, and welcome to video 4. I'm going to talk about follow-up series here, and talk about some of the things that really make an effective follow-up series. So our focus here with follow-up series is to increase open rates, clicks, and response. So that's what you need to focus on in your follow-up series, okay? And you can engage with your subscribers and add value and create content. The first 3 emails are very important as well. But if you're really going for opens and clicks, here's a series you can use. I'm going to show you a couple of different variations here of what you can do. Okay, so for welcome emails, I usually like to ask a question or welcome them somehow. And it's important to change out your follow-up series too, because often, and change out your subject lines and stuff, because what happens is if a lot of people see your follow-up series and they're closing it, your open rates can actually drop on your follow-up series. So it's actually good to change out your follow-up series often, especially if you're getting a lot of traffic. Because when I first started this, my open rate was a little over 50% and it's gone down. So it means it's time for me to change things up. Because typically, if people are deleting, or even if 1 or 2 people mark the message as spam, then that basically puts down your delivery rate. Because what happens is Gmail is a good example. Is this let's say this email comes through and one user doesn't like it, so they mark it as spam or whatever, whatever the reason is, then that means the open rates drop. Because what Gmail will actually do is Gmail will start to notice a pattern and says, oh, this message, this content has been marked by spam. It only takes like 1 or 2 users for that to happen, and so it automatically just starts going straight to spam, versus getting the user's inbox. So that's kind of what happens, and it's important to change up your follow-up series, even something like changing the subject line and the content. All right. So here's some of the examples of very short, sweet, simple subject lines and copies that are going to get you a lot of opens and a lot of clicks because they're short. And you probably already know that, but a short ad copy or a short swipe is going to get you a lot of clicks. So here's some examples. You're more than welcome to use these. But basically, subject line, are you in yet? This could be used as the first follow-up series, and this is, whoa, did you see this yet? And then you'd put your link here. So you'd hyperlink your link to your offer. And then a few moments ago, I sent you an incredibly important email about my simple copy and paste system. Are you going to get started? Here's the link again. And then, of course, you'd put your link here. Okay. Another one that I like is quick question. Then you can actually say, I have a question for you. Is this the right opportunity for you? And then what you want to do is hyperlink, right? You want to actually hyperlink this to your offer. So you're asking a question. And so you're saying, if not, let me know what you're looking for and I'll help you. Take care. And this next one I like to got Facebook. Hey, I'm hoping you have a Facebook. If so, add me here. And then you put a link to your Facebook page. And let me answer any questions you have. Here's the link I sent earlier. And then, of course, you put your offer link here.com. All right. So these are very simple, short emails. I think these are good for the very first email because you're just basically introducing them and getting them to look at your offer again, because sometimes it takes the person a few times or before they actually buy your offer, and that. So follow-up series is incredibly important. Okay. Some of the things you can do in your follow-up, and I use these, is ask questions. Try to get them to actually reply. In fact, one thing that you can try, for your first or second email is, I have a question for you. So make that your subject line. So that could be your subject line, and then actually ask the user a question, but keep it really simple, because I noticed the longer the emails, the less replies you'll get, and a lot of people won't. A lot of people don't have time to go through long emails. So you really want to capture the interest right away. So you can ask them a question like, what is your biggest struggle when it comes to an online business, right? And I look forward to hearing from you. So if you just kind of say something like this and then sign it, those are some great ways that you can get some really good response. You don't put any link here. You're just asking what their biggest struggle is, and then when they send you an email back, right, the people that are replying, you can personally, and this is up to you, and this works really well, especially if you're selling high ticket or you're really focused on building a good relationship with the list. You can reply back to that email they send you, maybe their biggest struggle is getting leads. You can reply back to them and say, hey, I had, I had to struggle getting leads for. You don't have to sell them anything. You just be really sincere, build a relationship, answer their question personally, because I know a lot of people like seeing a personal response and they get tired of the autoresponders, right? So they're tired of the autoresponders. So being personal is the key, and that's how you're going to build a really good relationship with your list. And if you can do that from the beginning, build a good relationship from your list, they're going to buy products from you, they're going to buy your upsells, they're going to buy from you multiple times, and there's going to be, a very consistent cash flow with your list. So having that follow-up series is important. You want to increase your open rates and clicks, and if you're sending broadcast too, that's awesome. So there's some good ad copies that you can use to get you started. But you notice that, very short, simple, to the point, and you can mix these up, but these are just, some examples that I like to use. Another thing with your follow-up series, we'll ask, well, how long should my follow-up series be? I want you to think about this, right? If you're promoting one product and your follow-up series lasts for an entire year for one product, you're going to, you're really going to burn a lot of people out because they want to see something different by then. Let's just face it. So you can't just promote the same product for an entire year. I mean, yeah, you'll probably get some sales from the follow-up, but reality is, if they don't take action, the subscribers don't take action in the first 7 days. That's the key. That's why we always talk about building a 7-day follow-up series. If they don't take action in the 7 days, and that's probably not the product for them. They may never, they may not be ready to buy. There could be a lot of reasons, but you really don't have to drip on a single product more than 7 days. So, for example, if you're promoting, let's just say a certain company that you're in right now, after the 7 days is up, you can actually switch it up. Maybe you can go over to a CPA offer, or just build value, depending on which route you want to go. So 7 day passes, they're probably not interested, right? If they're interested, they're going to save your email, or they're going to take action. If not, then you can move over to another offer and run another 7 days, or you can mix it up, add some value, do some webinars, and then go back into your offer. But basically, 7 days is the key, and so all you really need is a 7-day follow-up series. And for your follow-up sequence, it's okay to do 1 email per day. So you just do 1 email per day. So first 3 emails are very important. Okay, then emails 4 to 7. Those are very important as well, but you can actually take a break. All right, so if you're mailing every day, right? Yeah, email, they get an email Monday, an email Tuesday, an email Wednesday. You can give them a day or even a 2-day break and then come back with emails 4 through 7. So you can actually do that. That's perfectly fine. I recommend that as well. Send 3 emails, but very important, your first 3 emails. What should you be accomplishing in your first 3 emails? Let's talk about that. What are some of the things you can accomplish? All right. Some of the things that I like to do, and I apply this to high ticket. If I'm promoting a low ticket or just trying to make sales really fast, then I don't really follow this method. I follow this method. These subject lines, these short copies, really for getting clicks and getting people, to buy my product fast. But if you're really trying to do high ticket, what I've found for products that you're trying to sell, for thousands of dollars, what I found is your first 3 email is be personal, show who you are, invite them, add you on Facebook, because Facebook is huge, a huge social media platform. So invite them to add you on Facebook. Get connected with whoever you're advertising to. So just invite them to add you on Facebook. That can be as simple as having your signature. Excuse me. So here's my signature. Then add me on Facebook, and then you can even go as far as adding your phone number, maybe in one of the first 3 emails if you're comfortable doing that, phone or Skype. All right. So if you have a way to show that you're real, because now you're showing that you're real, you have your Facebook, you have your phone and Skype, people can learn more about you and get connected with you. So that's very important. Be personal, show who you are, invite them to add you on Facebook, ask questions, try to get them to reply. Try to send out an email without any links. In fact, I'm not saying you don't have to have links in any of your first 3 emails, but you can try to throw an email without any links. Typically, I like the first email to have a link saying, "Hey, did you get this? Here's the link again." And then email 2, you can really go into being personal, maybe show a story. Email 3, you can kind of show them how the product is going to help them. So that's very important. Is you need to relate to your subscriber or subscribers, I should say. So try to relate to your subscribers. And I'm going to show you some different things that you can do. All right, to relate to your subscribers. So let me show you something. I'm going to create a follow-up just as an example. All right. Now you can use this for one of your emails. So for example, you only have the subscriber's email address, remember. So what do we know about that subscriber? What does Aweber collect? So one of the subject lines that I like using too, every now and then, I like to ask, "Are you from?" And then like you go over here to the personalize here in Aweber. I believe you can do this with get response. Sorry, I'm making this tutorial strictly with Aweber, but you can go here and go, "Are you from?" And now this, you don't need anything extra special, or extra or special, excuse me, but you can actually grab the subscriber's location, put in the city, and ask, "Are you from?" And it's going to pick up their city. Are you from Las Vegas? Are you from Florida? Are you from, or excuse me, it's going to pick their city. Are you from Miami? Are you from Los Angeles? And so basically, it picks up their city by their IP address. And so it's really cool. And then you can go in and be really personal with the subscriber, like, "Hey, how is the weather in?" And ask them a question. So that's one way you can relate to your subscriber, is by using the city. And Aweber actually already does that for you, and I believe Get Response does too. So it's important. Subscribers' location, I mean, it picks up their country, which is not too specific. It picks up their region, which I don't even have. I've never used that. I've used city. Picks up their postal code, all this other great stuff from your subscriber automatically. Okay. So that's just one trick that you can use in a subject line. You can take it out, and so basically this is a snippet of code, and it's going to replace this with your city. So if this was my subject line, it would say city question mark, Los Angeles question mark, San Francisco question mark, right? And that's exactly how it's going to work. Alrighty. So far, I hope that helps as far as building a relationship. There's a lot of things that you can do with the follow-up series and some of the tools in Aweber. And just don't overuse it, because then your subscribers are going to be like, "Oh, they send me the same email." That's the thing. So you want to change that up. So I'm going to go ahead and delete that. So those are some tricks with your follow-up series. And so just try to be personal. You don't want your subscribers to stop opening. And if you're sending broadcast, try to mix it up with some value as well. Send some value, send a webinar, ask questions. If you're not sure how to add value, sometimes just send out a survey to your list. Hey, what ask them, what things have they tried online? What type of businesses have you tried online? And you will get people that do reply. Okay, that's pretty much it. Relate to your subscribers, invite them on Facebook, be personal, show who you are, and your first 3 emails are the most important. Especially if you're going to be selling high ticket. If you lose engagement, instantly, because your emails are low quality, or you're sending out something to your list that's not interesting, then you're not going to be able to engage with your subscribers very well. So first 3 emails are the most important emails, because usually after the first 3 emails, if there's value or content in those, it pretty much will grab everybody on your list, right? Because you get 100 subscribers. Not everyone opens the first, not everyone opens the second, but usually by the time you get to third, you have everyone that's opened at least one of the emails between round 1 through 3. Okay. Hopefully that helps with your follow-up series. Oh, and another question I get too, and this will also help, is does my follow-up series have to be, does it have to be do my subject lines have to be geared around my product? The answer to that is really yes and no. I have found that using generic subject lines like "quick question for you," "Hey," or "What's up," different things like that, or "Are you there?" Just showing that you're a real person, and then you're kind of put the link there. I found that those still work very, very well. But if you're promoting a particular product, then yes, you can create a subject line like the best SEO software, or something like that. Of course, you want to be more creative than just putting that. So hopefully that helps um, with that. And if you can kind of show people what you have to offer, that's going to even be more beneficial. Alrighty, let's see if I missed anything so far with your follow-up series, and that's going to be really good for you as well. Be personal, invite them to Facebook, relate to your subscribers, and that's going to really be good for the engagement that you get with your list. Alrighty, and then in the next video, I will talk a little bit about segmenting your list, further, and we'll go into that and talk about, the benefits of segmenting your list and how that can benefit you. So I'll go ahead and see you in the next video. Thank you for watching.